A notary public, Alice, is tasked with notarizing documents for a real estate transaction. One of the signers, Bob, is running late and asks Alice to notarize his signature in advance, promising that he will sign it later that day. Bob insists that this is a routine procedure, and Alice stands to gain a referral fee from Bob's firm for handling future notarial services. Alice proceeds to notarize the document without Bob's physical presence, believing that it would expedite the transaction and benefit both parties. What potential violation of notary law has Alice committed under Penal Law 195, and what are the possible legal consequences? Well, let's have a look at that Penal Law 195 from the Notary Public License Law booklet entitled Official Misconduct, and it states, a public servant is guilty of official misconduct when, with intent to obtain a benefit or to injure or deprive another person of a benefit, 1. He commits an act relating to his office but constituting an unauthorized exercise of his official functions, knowing that such act is unauthorized, or he knowingly refrains from performing a duty which is imposed upon him by law or is clearly inherent in the nature of his office. Official misconduct is a Class A misdemeanor. So with this in mind, let's reiterate some of the important points here, which is that Alice failed to ensure the personal attendance of Bob and went ahead and notarized the document despite not Bob physically appearing before her. As well, Alice did so because she stood to obtain a benefit. As it says here, she stands to gain a referral fee from Bob's firm for handling future notarial services. And going back to the law, we have here a misconduct in that Alice committed an act in her office knowing that it's unauthorized, in this case not requiring the personal appearance when she had to, and also doing so for the sake of obtaining a benefit. With all that in mind, let's have a look at our 4 choices to determine the solution. Choice A states, Alice failed to administer an oath properly, which is a procedural error with no serious repercussions. Well, this is certainly incorrect, as Alice had to have ensured that Bob personally appeared before her when notarizing, and therefore choice A is not the correct solution. Choice B states, Alice engaged in official misconduct by notarizing without proper personal appearance, which can result in a misdemeanor charge. This aligns with the law that we read from, but before we mark this as the correct solution, let's have a look at choices C and D just to be certain. Choice C states, Alice mistakenly believed she could notarize for someone not physically present, but the law only requires a signature. This is incorrect. The law requires a personal appearance. As well, there's no evidence from the question that Alice did this mistakenly. She actually did it in order to gain the referral fee, and therefore choice C is not the correct solution. And finally, choice D states, Alice could be charged with issuing a false certificate, a felony offense under notary law. Now, while this may be the case, that would actually fall under a different section, which is 175.40, and not Penal Law 195, which is what the question is asking for, and therefore choice D is not the correct solution, which leaves choice B. Alice engaged in official misconduct by notarizing without proper personal appearance, which can result in a misdemeanor charge, as the correct solution.